Hey, I'm Curtis Calhoun with LowKick MMA, and today I'm joined by UFC middleweight Jack Hermansson. Jack, how's it going, man?
It's all good here. All good here.
Good
I'm
deal, good
already,
deal.
yeah, already down in Houston preparing. So yeah, everything's good.
So when did you get to Houston?
I've been here for a couple of days now.
Okay.
I was coaching my friend in PFL in Atlantic City, and I was there for 17 days,
Mhm.
and then I went to Houston.
Oh, good deal. Awesome. Well, let's start by talking about your upcoming fight, man. You got Edmen Shahbazyan next Saturday at UFC 262. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent and some of the challenges that he presents to?
I think he's a good opponent. He is 11-1, so obviously he's a good record. He's a good stand-up fighter, and yeah, I think it's a good challenge. But on the other hand, I believe that my style is a good matchup against him.
Absolutely. And unlike last time, it seems like your last fight, the opponents basically changed like the wind up until just a couple of days before the fight.
Yeah.
Um, so just kind of take us through your mindset leading up to the Marvin Vettori fight and what that whole experience was like for you.
Yeah, I think during COVID you have been like kind of used to that things are shifting every day, and so I just felt very ready to fight. So I wasn't too bothered about the change of opponents. The most important thing for me was that I was going to get a fight,
Mhm.
and I got one. And unfortunately, things didn't go my way. The first punch I received in the first round broke my orbital bone. So and it compromised my vision severely. So I basically had a hard time to see through the whole fight. So it was a very bad start for a fight. I managed to fight through all of the rounds, but that was it. So I was very compromised by that in that fight.
Yeah, right. Um, Outside of obviously the injury, you spoke about how you suffered that earlier on in the fight. What were some things that you took from that fight from a style perspective that you can learn from and take into this upcoming fight next Saturday?
Yeah, it's hard because usually that question makes sense, and I always think about that in all of the fights, but uh, going in, into a fight and fighting basically 4 rounds without proper vision. I was just in a survival mode. I just was trying to swing on him and try to hit him, and it was really hard because I couldn't do my technical fight and as I wanted to. So my plan was just thrown away, and it was just like yeah, it felt more like the only thing I could do is try to hit him hard, and that's it. And even when I tried to kick him, I broke my toe as well. So
Right.
things didn't go my way. But I know that in that moment where I received that punch, I was standing still a little bit and with my back up against the cage. So that was a moment where he clipped me, and obviously that's not where I want to be. So that's one of the things that I'm taking away from that fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna make sure that I'm not standing there for Edmund to hit me like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Looking at Vittori, is that definitely a fight you envision yourself running back at one point in time just because of the lead up and that everything that went along with it?
yeah, for sure. I think we're gonna meet again. I'm pretty sure about that.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that. It was a good. Besides that, it was a good fight. Now we fought hard for 5 rounds, and it seemed like the fans enjoyed it. So
Mhm.
yeah, why not? I'm looking for it. I'm whatever it takes, man, to get to that belt. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me a little bit about your team and what training camp has been like leading up to this fight.
Yeah, we had the COVID restrictions in Norway, so I've been just training with very few people, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been here in the States, and I've been training with Martin Hamlet and Kenneth Berg. And also I've been training with a couple of other guys, friends from Sweden, that was also at the same event. Also hooked up with a couple of Brazilian friends from there, So at that fighter hotel in that bubble, we were a couple of people that was able to train with each other. So that was nice.
Right.
And right now, when I'm here in Houston, I have my MMA coach, Mose Bahari, and my grappling coach, Eduardo Teta Rios, that's here and helping me. So there's been like a small group of people around me through the whole fight camp for this one. Since we had the restrictions.
Absolutely. Did you get a chance to watch UFC 261, this last pay-per-view card?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts on it?
It was a great card. It was really awesome, and great to have a crowd again. So great event, and I'm sure that this is going to be just as awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, especially down in Texas too.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know you're not looking past Shahbazyan, but when you look specifically at the champion, Israel Adesanya, what are your thoughts on his skill set, and how do you feel like you match up with him stylistically?
I think that I'm probably, the hardest matchup for him out there. I believe. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
I believe that me and probably Chris Weidman. He's like a similar style of myself.
Right.
I think I have a little bit more of a devastating ground and pound, and he probably has a little bit of a better wrestling. But I think myself and maybe Chris are the hardest matchups for Adesanya in this division. I think Blachowicz showed us a little bit of that. That Adesanya's bottom game maybe isn't the best. So if I end up on top of him, I think he's in big trouble.
Right.
So I see myself as the hardest matchup for him in the division, actually.
And then when you look at 2021 as a whole, obviously a lot of fighters are seeing 2020 and just people in general kind of seeing 2020 as almost a transition year in terms of learning a lot and moving past certain challenges. When you look at 2021, what are some goals that you have for yourself, and where would you like to be at the end of the year?
Well, I'm hoping to get another fight in this year, and with a 2-fight win streak in this division where everybody is beating everybody, I think it's with just a 2-fight win streak, I'm going to be back in a really great position, and where I can be, knocking on the door for that title shot. So that's my plan for this year. Get back in that great top position with the title around the corner.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your YouTube channel too. You still have your YouTube channel, and it's just Jack Hermansson, right? That's
Jack Hermansson. That's
awesome. It. Are you planning on uploading any content before your upcoming fight, or are you kind of putting that on the back burner for now?
It's on. So
awesome.
I have my camera guy Christian here with me that's producing it all, and you're gonna be getting some fresh content pretty soon. So everybody, you have something to look forward to. Check it out. I promise you, it's a great production and some great content.
Now you're in Houston plenty before your fight. Are you planning on exploring any places in the area in terms of going hiking or anything like that leading up to your fight?
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go out to, I'm not sure what the reservation is called, but probably some national parks or something like that. We're gonna get out in nature and check it out. So, and that's probably is gonna be in the YouTube channel as well. So awesome. So I'm gonna be training this whole week, and then maybe in the weekend that we're gonna go out for some exploring.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about Norway too. Kind of talk to us about some of the MMA talent that's coming from Norway, and who are a couple of guys that you can think of that may be overlooked by fans in the media that we should probably keep an eye on in terms of their name value.
I think that we have this guy, Martin Hamlet. He's not in the UFC yet, but he's in the PFL. That's a monster, man. That's a monster, and I promise you, he's gonna do great things in this sport.
Awesome.
So yeah, I think he's the main next guy that you can look forward to.
Awesome. We'll definitely keep an eye on him for sure. And the final question I have for you before we wrap things up here, just kind of give me your final key and some keys to beating Edmen Shahbazyan next Saturday.
I think it's going to be pressure, a high pace, I love fighting at a high pace. And not be a standing target, for him. And just bring my A game on him, and I think I'm going to be victorious.
Absolutely. Well, we're very excited to see it. Before we go, I'll give you the final word to shout out any sponsors you may have and let fans know where we can find you on social media too.
Yep. Well, you can find me on Jack the Joker MMA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'm not going to be mentioning any sponsors because I probably forget one if
That's
I did.
Okay. That's totally okay, man. Well, we appreciate the time as always, and we can't wait for your fight next Saturday. And I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Okay.
Have a good one.
Care.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.